when we were talking about it, I was I shared with him that after he said to me that if you don't sign in, or if you don't you buy a digital game and you don't play it after a certain amount of time, you got it. I guess you lose access, and then you got to go back and repurchase it or whatever the case is. Well, this is the perspective I had to share with him. It's called purging inactive or inactivity, right? Used to work in the library. We used to do this thing called purge, like purging books. Books that have been sitting on the shelf for an extended period of time and didn't get any circulation. Okay, printed out a list. Oh, this hasn't been checked out in a year or two. Okay, get rid of, purge it, get it off the shelf. You go into the IT part. In IT, okay, if let's say a student laptop, or any device for that matter, if a device is not signed into, logged into, or used for, let's say, an extended period of time, maybe 6 months, it runs the risk of being kicked off of the domain. So when you go to sign into that same device, you get this trust relationship message. Then you got to re-image the device, and then it gets back onto the Active Directory. All right, that's that part. Instagram just made a purge of all of these inactive accounts. Okay, so Sony's decision, or PlayStation's decision to, if you don't play your games, if you got 100 people that done bought 100 digital games and they don't play them after a certain period of time, it's bogging down the server. See, that's the thing. Y'all are end user. You a customer. You a consumer. And you sitting up there rapping and capping, but you're not sitting and looking at the server activity. You're not on the IT aspect. That's the thing, okay? You too busy being a customer, and you ain't thinking straight. You're not thinking on the IT aspect of it. That's what the problem is. All right. So stop being a customer, stop being a consumer, right? And start thinking IT. Like, again, Instagram just purged so many inactive accounts. That's the same. Look, it's business. It's the IT business. Okay. You got all this digital content that's just sitting on the server, not being used. Look, let me just say this. I got a Google Voice number. I've had it for years. From time that I would say over the number of years that I've had it, they sent me messages saying, "Hey, you need to use it or lose it." All right, because there's so many numbers that, hey man, we can clear up some space on the server. And I'm just speaking in such basic terms so you can understand that, right? So when you factor that in, okay, now you see why they made that. Bro, it's IT, it's technology, bro. Please, y'all need to understand it's technology, man. Okay, y'all sitting up there, oh man, why PlayStation doing that? Why in the world? Oh, wait a minute, I bought this. What, you mean tell me I haven't played it in 3 months and you're gonna deactivate it and I got to now go back and buy it again? Well, that's technology, bro. That's technology. If you don't like it, go do something else with your time. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? Why complain about something that you're not compliant with? For one, you're not compliant with it, right? And two, you're in defiance of it. Why are you sitting around holding yourself hostage, bro? You in bondage, dog. Stop being in bondage, man. Stop it. If you are, look, stop. Go do something else with your time. Go do something else productive instead of sitting around complaining at PlayStation, Sony PlayStation, which happens to be $1 trillion company. Y'all sitting around here thinking that I saw a dude talking about this dude talking about, oh man, Sony's PlayStation, they scared. Oh, they're scared. Boy, you sound so misinformed. You sound so goofy right now, bro. You think a $1 trillion company is scared of your ass, a damn talking head on YouTube? Man, bye.